It's July 22nd. It's a Monday, and today I'm gonna update you on the account. Of course, this is the video log that takes 30,000 to a million. Definitely gonna happen. And after I take you through the account, I'll show you how I've been scaling out of EXK now, trying to profit off of that silver move that has been predicted. If you go back a few episodes, you can see how I was expecting a move up in the precious metals, and we're getting that now. I just don't know how long it will last. I can maybe talk about that for a second, and then I will show you all my different scaling outs and ins and how much stock I still have in EXK. That's Endeavor Silver, a mining company. And then after that, I want to briefly mention Halo companies and what I think of them, what are some examples of Halo companies, and what you should do or I should do with Halo companies, all right? So going into the market, my account, I'm not an all-time high. I'm sitting at 61,600. It's a pretty good day. The most eventful out of all is of course Apple. As you can see, EXK up here, $15 only because I have a considerably smaller position in EXK now. C-SPAN, I do want to talk about that, but maybe in a different log. Apple, $680. If I click on it here, you'll see the options also depreciate a little bit, which is going to give me extra money. $153 plus the 680. So there we go. A lot from Apple. So that means the rest of the account wasn't doing too well. We have minus $27 from Main Street Capital. It's a good dividend paying company. I like it. Russian market down a little bit. FAX, it's a Asia Pacific fund, appreciating $10 in value today for me. Wheaton Precious Metals plus $24. I also have a considerably smaller position in Wheaton Precious Metals looking to exit. Then I have the uranium, US uranium companies. I'm still holding on to them, but I really want to sell them. I'm already losing money on them. Negative $56, negative $11 here. And then I have Cameco appreciating $20. I'm trying to sell puts on Cameco, but I haven't been able to get the price that I want. And so I have emerging market bonds appreciating $21, and of course the short duration treasury sitting flat. Now, today I'm happy that I'm beating the market by quite a bit, sitting at over a percent, 1.07%, and then the market is, including the after hours action, is up 32.32%. So pretty good beat on the market, so I'm really happy about that. So I want to show you here on EXK what I've been doing. It's sitting at $2.41 right now. If I scroll down to the history, you will notice that I have 3 cells here, 200 shares each, and this is the latest scaling out of this position. I've done this cycle twice now. I've been doing this for a very long time, maybe 10 years. I've been soaking money out of this company, trading it. It would really help if the company I picked as one of my favorites to study and the one that I know the most to actually appreciate over time, but it taught me a lot of lessons about mining companies and how they function, and so I was able to profit off of EXK even though it's been in a downtrend for the last 8 years or something like that. Huge downtrend. It used to be $12-13 stock, and now it's sitting at $241 in like 8 years later, and yet I've made money on it, right? So it's really important to know the company that you are investing / trading in, all right? Okay, so here it is. Let's expand the history a little bit. So you'll notice that the last time I bought was at $1.78, and before that $1.88, and before that at $2.10. I've sold at $2.16, now I've sold at $2.19, sold at $2.34, and now I've just sold at $2.44. And I have 300 shares left to sell. Hopefully I sell them over the price of $2.50. If it does not reach $2.50, I will probably hold on to those 300 shares. Maybe I'll sell calls at $2.50, but I think this silver rally has more legs to go. I don't think they're going to be immediate. I think that the silver rally is probably going to take a pause for a little bit, let gold, which has been sitting fairly flat, appreciate just a few dollars, and then I think it'll get started again for its last leg, which I think hopefully takes us close to $18. If it doesn't, oh well, I will have exited all of my silver position here by then. I'm even thinking of selling Wheaton Precious Metals, which I have 33 shares left of, and then wait a few months for silver to correct back down. If it does not, oh well, I'm just exiting the trade of collecting my profits, and I'll look elsewhere to make money. If it does, I'll probably go back in, hopefully studied up a new company other than Endeavor Silver, and continue to scale in and out. I've done it so many times. Let me go back to the history again, and you'll see how many times. Look at this. Look at all of this action here, right? I've been going in and out for so long, right? Look at it, selling at, I sold 815 shares at 239 over here after accumulating them below that level, right? 400 shares at 231, 200 at 208, right? 55 shares at 199 and exiting here at close to 240. So you can see that how I've been scaling in and out for so long now. And this is just the latest cycle. This is on Robinhood, its own record here. But I've been doing this before I even started making these video logs about a year ago. I've been doing this for like 9 or 10 years, so a long time. All right, so that's my silver scaling. I have, excuse me. Let me go back to that. I'll show you I have only 300 shares left of EXK here to get out of. Probably sell all of them if it reaches above 250. Maybe leave 100 in case it skyrockets to above $3, and then I'll sell those too. And then I'll wait for a correction. I'll exit Wheaton Precious Metals as well. I'll wait for a correction, and I'll get back in. Definitely in Wheaton Precious Metals, but I'm not so sure about Endeavor Silver anymore. Here is my 33 shares, valued at just over $900. I'm up 62% on this trade so far. I've exited a really large position already. I've profited. You can see over here from a call assignment, $2,400 worth of shares, 100 shares. Now I'm left with just 33. Okay, so that's about silver. Next, I want to talk about halo companies, which Apple is one of. And what I think about them, and what I think I should be doing about them. I don't know about you. You can do whatever you want. So a halo company is a company that some people, it has following basically, and some people think that it can do no wrong, right? So usually, in fact, almost always, it has a well-known figure that at least some people are a fan of. Even if 95% of people hate that person, 5% of people love them, and they think they have like this godlike quality and they can do no wrong. Like, can you think of people like that are heads of companies? Certainly. Some names pop up to mind right away. So one famous guy was Steve Jobs with Apple, right? So that Apple became a halo company because of Steve Jobs, and now that he's away, that halo kind of feeling is going away a tiny bit, and the company's become more and more numbers oriented and less vision kind of godly company. All right, so another company, a lot of people don't like that guy, but he's a well-known guy, he's opinionated, and some people really follow him and think he can do no wrong. His name is Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan. Okay, so everybody knows him. He represents banking and the banking industry to an extent because he's so vocal. I don't think he accurately represents all the people in the banking. I think he's a bit of a outlier, but people listen to him and like him, at least a small percentage, if not a large percentage. So that's a halo company. I wouldn't. I'll tell you how I treat him in a second. And the most famous of all, and the name you've probably been waiting for me to say, is Elon Musk, right? With Tesla. So Tesla is a halo company because of Elon. So he has that quality where some people, enough of a percentage of investors think that he can do no wrong, and that's kind of that godly. That's why I call them halo companies. It has like that godly feature of cannot do no, can do no wrong. So people will still keep financing that company if it drops, no matter what. The buy mentality, right? The conviction of investors will keep this company afloat for many, many, many years. So because of that, by the way, let me get you the last example, which I thought of, is Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. It's a halo company because some people are convinced that he's the best businessman in the world, which he might very well be. And legitimately, he's great. And so they invest in Amazon and they'll buy any dip because of that. Because they know he's ahead and he's always going to do the right thing because he's consistently been doing the right thing since the .com era. So because of these investors, who are always going to buy the dip, personally, I want to stay out of that, right? Because I'll either invest in it if I think it's a good company, and has a good chance for profitability, like Apple, for example, even though that halo, like I said, is waning, and I'll buy into it, but I will never short it because of that effect, right? So let's take Tesla, for example. It's a company that has had massive, massive, massive losses, right? And they keep getting financing somehow, right? Elon goes to his friends, finds financing. The banks were more than willing to lend him money. He sells, shares back bonds, share price. What's it called? I forget the name of the bonds, but they basically are contingent on the share price staying high. And it's just I'll never short it because I know that there's gonna be a bunch of fanboys, right? They step in and press the pedal to the metal, right? Car analogy, and it will skyrocket. Another pun, right? SpaceX. I know. I'll stop. They're bad. Puns have never been my forte. Okay, and but anyway, I'm just not gonna ever short a Halo company unless even if it's going out of its Halo status, like Apple, for example, or it's going out. I will never. Maybe for a short-term play, if I think it's extremely overvalued, like I did that once in 2018 last year, for just a couple of days because I knew it was just insanely high. And when I see a stock like that insanely high, sometimes I'll try to make a little bit of money on it by trying to pick a good day to short it. I've done that with Apple, and I also did it with Spotify for a little bit, even though I own some shares of Spotify. I should have kept them, but anyway, made profit off Spotify, selling call credit spreads, and also I straight up did that as well with Beyond Meat when it was a little bit bubbly, and now it's getting a little bit bubbly too, but it's not in the news yet, and that's one of the factors I use when I decide to take a gamble on a stock like that and short it for some short-term profit. It's not in the news again, and when it comes to the news and stays there for 1 or 2 days or more, then I'll try to find good timing in order to maybe buy some puts. All right, so there you go. That's the Halo companies. I'm not gonna short them unless it's some insane valuation. And even then, I just know that I might be throwing my money away. Like, I'm not gonna do it as part of my overall strategy, long-term, wealth accumulation type of deal here. All right. So last look at the account. I'm not at an all-time high, but close, about $300 off. Maybe I'll hit it tomorrow, but tomorrow's probably correction day, so I might dip in tomorrow. Maybe by Friday I'll have an all-time high, and I'll be happy to report that to you guys. All right. So with that said, I think that's enough for today. Probably make a video, if not tomorrow night, Thursday night. All right. Peace out.